I bid a very good day to the fellow people watching my video today. My name is Chong. I'm 16 this year and I'm from SMK AMAN. I'll be representing my school for the selection of NILAM Representative 2020. Here's a brief introduction about myself. I'm the oldest child of my family and can communicate in 5 different languages. Reading has been a huge part of my life as I grew up reading fantasy novels. These days, I have expanded my reading range to other genres such as crime and mystery. However, I do not fancy reading dystopian fiction. Be that as it may, the fantasy genre will always be at the top of my list. The first English book that I'm about to present today is Paper Towns, which is a young adult fiction and mystery novel written by John Green. John Green is an American author and is best known for his other novel, The Fault in Our Stars. If I had to use 3 words to explain why I love this book so much, it would be the words allegories and metaphors, and this book is filled with them. The image of strings in this book would be one of my most favorite metaphors. The image of strings throughout the book is at once tragic and hopeful. Strings are easily broken, but in many cases, they can be grabbed and retied. It's just like how the main characters, Margot and Quentin, pick themselves up and piece each other back together again at the end of the book. The next English book that I'll be presenting today is The Complete Illustrated Sherlock Holmes, published by Popular. The author, Sir Arthur Ignatius Conan Doyle, was a British writer and medical doctor. His Sherlock Holmes stories were originally meant to be potboilers, and throughout his life, he claimed to be embarrassed by their success. Although most of the stories share similar elements, all of them are unique in their own way, and I can never get bored of them. However, what really made me an avid Sherlock Holmes reader is the fact that sometimes the story takes a darker turn and explores the grey areas of morality, in which it disputes the righteousness and misdeed of the culprit, suggesting that not all actions can only be deemed right or wrong. The third English book that I'll be presenting is Tales and Poems of Edgar Allan Poe. Poe was an American writer and poet, best known for his poetry and short stories, particularly his Tales of Mystery and the Macabre. My most favorite poem written by Edgar Allan Poe is The Raven. The Raven tells the story of a talking raven's mysterious visit to a distraught lover, who is slowly succumbing to madness and lamenting the loss of his love, Lenore. The Raven seems to further disconcert the protagonist with his constant repetition of the word nevermore. I hold this poem in high esteem because I can empathize well with the forlornness faced by the main protagonist, as I too was troubled by the death of a loved one. The poem also successfully captures the lover's melancholy with finesse, giving more than enough proof that Poe's talent is truly a godsend. The first book written in Bahasa Melayu that I'll be presenting is Lieutenant Adnan River Bangsa. It is written by Abdul Latif bin Talib, who is a famous and active author in Malaysia, and best known for his works on Islamic history. Lieutenant Adnan River Bangsa follows the story of a young Malaysian soldier endeavouring to defend his country from the Japanese forces during World War II. Although this type of genre does not seem appealing to everyone, the book is a real hidden gem. I believe the main character of this book, Lieutenant Adnan, was the quintessence of valour and patriotism, and every Malaysian should look up to him. He and the Royal Malay Regiment charged in and met the enemy head first at the beaches of Kelantan without fear or trepidation, even though the stakes were against them. At last, their courage and spirit were not enough to turn the tides of battle, yet Lieutenant Adnan fought till his very last breath. Not all heroes meet a happy ending, but all of them ought to be remembered in the hearts of the people. Lastly, the second book written in Bahasa Melayu that I'll be presenting today is Pembunuhan di Orient Express, which is also known as Murder on the Orient Express in English. The author, Agatha Christie, was an English writer known for her detective novels featuring the fictional detective Hercule Poirot and Miss Marple. Pembunuhan di Orient Express revolves around a murder taken place on a train, the Orient Express, which is stopped in its tracks due to a snowdrift. Hence, it is up to the detective, Hercule Poirot, to identify the murderer lest he or she decides to strike again. What I've gained from this book is that appearances can be deceiving, so never judge a book by its cover. However, I believe the most important message that this book is trying to convey is that vengeance can consume one's soul entirely, as it is revealed as the main catalyst of the murder in the plot. That's all for me today. Thank you for watching my video, and I bid you farewell.